This is a surprise early bird live, early evening live if you're in Australia, in New Zealand. Yeah, so Chrissy here. I was on the way home on the train, sitting there after the end of a Monday, which I started out wearing my cardigan inside out. Hubby picked that up, so I swapped that around. Then I'm sitting on the train on the way home. Hi, Leslie King. And why is this neck so tight? And I pulled out the tag. I had my shirt on, my top, very pretty top, on back the front all day. Anyway, but I'm sitting on the train about halfway home, and I'm suddenly hit with, you should do a live because something's coming this week. So I thought I'd have a look at that. So have a look and see what things are going on. Well, I checked out the news story, not much usual. I did see a headline earlier today that the Wagner Group are out of money. So we might start with that, but I really do feel like things, it could be something big happening in the Ukraine, Russia, Belarus area. But let's have a look at, first we'll start with the Wagner Group. How are you, Leslie? So let's have a look there. What is ahead for the Wagner Group? Apparently they're broke and they're trying to find a new base of operations. So let's just have a look at what the cards and spirit has to say about that. You're knackered, yeah. Hi, Lurker. They've got some difficult decisions. In fact, it's got difficult decisions, weighing up options, and impasse and avoidance. So, yeah, there's definitely something there that they're in a bit of a bind. Hi, Yvonne White. And hello to all my lovely lurkers and to everyone who chooses to watch my videos at a later date. Yet I just thought I should do a live and do some readings for what may be coming up this week. So I'm starting with the Wagner Group. I saw a headline very briefly when I bring up a new tab at work to go into one of the work programs. The news feed comes through and I just saw the headline that go out of money, and of course I couldn't go in and look further, so I thought I'd have a look there. You might hear some crackling noise in the background. I do have a video playing of a fireplace. It's a lovely noise and it's just a really, really nice noise and I love it. I will play them when I'm prepping for lives or just to relax and read with and stuff. So what is their challenges and struggles coming up? They really need to rethink an idea because their judgment has been off. I feel like they're going to get handed a bit of a clanger, if that makes sense. Wow. I'm just going to move the keyboard. Yeah, so sitting there halfway home on the train, you should do a live. There's big things coming this week. So, okay, I'll do a live. What's the advice for the Wagner Group? The opportunities you were hoping for aren't there. Illusionary. They've been a bit gaslighted. I don't feel sorry for them at all. If they've been gaslighted, well, stiff buggery. Don't care. What's at the base of this reading for the Wagner Group? Hello, my sweet. You're going to show everyone your pretty face? Here we are, the false knight. Unrealistic. What they were asked to do was unrealistic. And the false knight, any deals made with Russia and Belarus, they're not worth the salt. They're not worth anything. And what's the outcome coming up in the future for the Wagner Group? Negative self-talk. It's got releasing pain, optimism, forgiveness. Well, certainly, yeah, internal struggles. I'm feeling internal struggles there. Bit of a power struggle dynamic happening. They're going to try some new collaborations. Whether they'll work out or not is a different matter, but maybe they might get some relief. This isn't reversed, this Three of Cups, so they might get some relief from a new collaboration. Conflict with others and going through this goes back, so this is the Four of Wands reversed. This goes back to the Three of Swords reversed. In a conflict, Wagner Group going through a transitional phase. Are they going to last? Are they going to last, or will they just disperse? Isolation, worry, financial loss. It's not looking good for their future. I don't particularly feel sorry. I think that these companies, yes, there's the need for private security companies and all that, and there are people out there who are specialists in that sort of stuff, who have the skills and they've been trained. But when they turn into something like Blackwater or the Wagner Group, it is not the best use of those skills and those people, but that's my personal opinion. So the Wagner Group are in for a bit of a tough time. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them. But what else is in the air? Let's have a look at what's happening in the Eastern Europe area, in the conflict bloc, we'll call it. Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, Lithuania, Poland, or Romania, all that area. What is there something coming there? Let's have a look. Okay, there's definitely a core force transfer for action. So there's definitely going to be some leader, some shift that means that certain, this could be calling for Russia. So some explanation, please explain, as we would call it here, courtesy of Pauline Hanson. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Just see, it's not going to be too late, however. I have just got home from work about 15-20 minutes previous to starting it. Yeah, hubby made me a coffee. I helped him with something very quickly. So yeah, I got home at 6, so half an hour. I'd only been home half an hour before I started. So there's definitely justify your actions. Wow, this is the magician is in the challenge and spot here. There are things yet to happen that have been set up and they're underway, but we can't. They can't be seen yet. So connections. Um, they've been set underway and they are going to cause some challenges. Is this for Russia? It's the challenges for Russia. Their connections. I'm getting their connections are failing. Things that they set up and have connected, they're underway, but they're not solid. They're not happening. What's the advice for the people in that region? Oh, part of this is coming to an end. But this doesn't mean the whole thing is coming to an end, but part of it is. How are you, Yvonne? Hope you're going well. Cameo. Mummy loves you too, sweetheart, but you can't just keep popping up all the time. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You got to go down and get it. No, we're not putting it on the desk for you. If you want them, you go down and get them. So be prepared for something coming to an end, some cycle surrounding all this activity in the region coming to an end, which is a good thing, I guess. Certainly hope so. What's at the base of this? Continually working, continually refining and working and attacking and not letting things rest. It's going to be the outcome. I'll just do one outcome for the region this week. Oh, 3 of Swords. Definitely some heartbreak within the region this week. Whether is it for Russia? The Star. So when there's heartbreak, there's also hope. Okay. Is this about Putin? Is Putin unwell? Let's just draw one card on that. Odd card to draw when asking if Putin is unwell. It's the yes card, but he will continue to try and stride out and fool people that he's not. He will not let on that he's not well. I'll grab a different deck. Daisy. So I think there's going to be some significant things happening in the Ukraine, Russia region, Eastern Europe, because ultimately what happens there is going to have a knock-on effect. to the rest of Eastern Europe and those countries. I think it's going to lead to new packs. Has anyone got a question they want to ask me? Hello to the new person who's joined us. Are they going to be, I've got a question. Will this week see indictments from Georgia? There is celebration here with the Four of Wands. Hi, Kristen, how are you? I just thought I'd do a live. I'm going to do at least half an hour, somewhere between half an hour and an hour, because I had only been home half an hour. As I was saying, I was on the train home, halfway home. I said, do a live because there's some big things just went through my head. Just said, do a live because there's some big things happening this week. Trump attacked a judge again this morning. What is going to be the outcome here? Contempt of court. Right. Justice is not blind. He is really treading a very, very fine line here. I feel like they're done. They're done trying to reason. They're done trying to work with Trump's team to keep his mouth shut. Will Trump be thrown into jail of some sort? They are going to act very swiftly on this. This is a big thing. Could even be by the end of the day today, sometime within the next 7 days. I feel like this is major arcana. Time-wise are often a bit later, but they won't tell people where they're putting him, but he is going to be incarcerated on contempt. Here he is, he's crowing, marching through, crowing. I think they cannot allow this to continue. Anybody else would have been thrown into jail. There are issues with throwing an ex-president into jail that would not be there otherwise. There's security issues, there's all sorts of things. House confinement, house arrest is a possibility, but he can't put him somewhere where he's comfortable. They could put him, will he end up in a military jail? That is one possibility. But he is definite. I feel like confinement for it because it's like that's it. There'll be no social media, nothing. And lawyers will have a gag order on them. I'm just asking the question, and this is the cards that I'm getting. Well, if he's in jail, he won't have social media. And his lawyers and his team, family, might even, will there be a gag order on his family as well? Quite possibly. On the younger members, the opportunist. But there is going to be cause for celebration. And I do feel this was the first question I asked, will there be indictments handed down in Georgia this week? And I feel like there might be, yes. This is a yes card for that. Some cause for celebration. I do feel like he's expecting it. Oh, Bunny Willis is going to absolutely sue his butt off. And anybody else who says what he says, she will sue them too. Anyone got any questions? This is very swift and very decisive movement from the judge. How is he feeling about the Federalist Society saying, nope, we're not going to back him? He's not eligible. How does he feel about that? Ooh. It is causing a real slowdown within the Republican Party for him. That's the Knight of Pentacles, bringing things almost to a stop. But I paid you guys. I paid you guys. What do you mean? You're not going to back me? You know, if you don't back me, where am I going to get money from? Is the RNC going to turn against him? Have a look. If the Federalist Society have turned against him, the RNC, I said, are they going to turn against him? Stand up and block? Quite possibly. Again, it's stopping things. They might still feel it's a bit of a risk, but I think they are willing that they will. Hang on a moment. There you go. Sorry about the voice. It's just the fireplace I've got playing in the background. You know that leadership caucus the Republicans have in the House at the moment? And the Freedom Caucus? Where is Liz Cheney in all this? Interesting question. But I just got going through my head the Freedom Caucus and that Leadership Caucus, or that pro-Trump, that pro-Trump circle imploding. So that'll be interesting. Liz Cheney. Will she make a comeback? Will Liz Cheney make a comeback? I do feel at some stage in the future she might put her hat in the ring for presidency, but she will be she's going to have a lot of work to do first before she can get that, but not this time round. Where is Liz Cheney? Yeah, she's still being treated like a naughty girl in the naughty corner, so she's still out in the cold with the party. You know what? She doesn't really give a rat's at the moment. She's striking a new path. She's got a lot of knowledge, a high depth of knowledge. She has relationships with not just some Republicans, but Democrats that go back years and years, and she is I feel like she's in waiting mode. But she's also, I feel like she might be taking up a teaching position or something for a while. I don't think she's out for the count and out of politics entirely forever. I do think she will come back in a few years and put up a hand for a run, but she's got some work she wants to do. She has strategies she wants to see played out and everything first. Be interesting. Yeah. I haven't looked at DeSantis in a while. Let's have a look at Ron DeSantis. Oh my goodness. When I was shuffling the cards, look what fell out. When I said his name, Ron DeSantis, the hermit, isolated. It's like he wants to pass the torch on, but who? Who to? Is he going to see out his term? He's feeling increasingly isolated. And he's going to see out his term as governor because he's run for presidency. Is not going to go anywhere. The challenge. We've got the page of wands here. The orator. Every time he opens his mouth, unwise things comes out, untrustworthy things comes out. So it should be in reverse, but there's no reversals in this. Hi, Sunny Days. How are you? Welcome and thank you for joining. Now it's very early morning over in the US. And hello to the other people who have joined. Thank you for joining me. It's just, as I was saying earlier, on the way home on the train, halfway home, it went through my head, you should do a live because there's big things coming. So I'm just having a look at some of the things that could be happening in the next few days, couple of weeks. So, yeah. So the challenge for him is basically keeping his mouth shut. He's getting increased, and this is a big thing, increasingly isolated. Traitor, and you know, there's no reversals in this deck, but I feel like one of the things for the hermit reversed is traitor. So there's certainly things maybe within his camp or something. He's definitely, I'm getting more and more worried, and he's turning into his own camp. What is going on? The advice for him: hang on to your seat, buddy, because your leadership is under scrutiny. That's what I'm getting. This is the emperor. He has created such an unstable and untenable governorship that he's got to be prepared for the whole thing to crumble. The whole thing to crumble completely. This is the second major arcana. What's at the base of this? Empty promises. Promises you can't keep. Commitments you had no right to make. Oh, the Attorney General thing. That was the trigger when he replaced the duly elected Attorney General with his own candidate. That was the trigger. That caused a crisis, a constitutional crisis within Florida. And that is going to all come out in the wash. His outcomes starting with out in the cold. He's got some major big things coming. What else is happening there? Things coming to light. Now, again, this is the sun, but I feel like this sun is exposure, not good things happening. This is like exposure. A shining, like the spotlight shining on him, exposure. So that's going to be interesting again with big results. Is he going to have to resign? Let's have a look. Oh, he has backed himself into a corner. He really has. He's backed himself into a corner here. Standing in defense. Wow. Ron DeSantis, for those of you who are new, this is Cameo. She's my bubba girl. She's a naughty girl, and she refuses. She's happy to show her butt and her tail, but hardly ever shows her pretty face, don't you? You hardly ever show your pretty face. Mm-hmm. But she does love sitting on my cards as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So look, Ron DeSantis does not have good things coming. You would think with the sun there, but it's not the good sort of sun, happiness, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. It is like a spotlight and a Doberman pincher shining up his backside, you know. And he's got the hermit, and he's got in his center card, and he's got the advice is the emperor. Like, you better be prepared because you've made everything untenable. And I do feel, was DeSantis getting rid of the duly elected Attorney General, replacing her with his candidate, is the trigger. Absolutely. There you go. The prosecutor, Attorney General. Will it cause a constitutional crisis in Florida? Some turbulent waters. Hey, Bubba. Yeah. Does anyone have anything else you'd like me to look at? No nippy. No nippy. No nipping, mummy. No love nips. I hadn't looked at him in ages. The other person I might look at, now, I was just thinking, the other person I might look at, and I was thinking Greg Abbott from Texas, and the word downfall went through my head. So let's have a look at Texas. Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott in Texas. Is he heading for a downfall? Gregory Abbott. What is going on there? Ooh. Standing in defense of himself. Right in the center. How's it go? Right in the kisser. The challenge, the struggle for him is a Queen of Wands. This is a very fiery, determined person. This is, he has totally stirred somebody up. And this person is determined, strong-willed, very creative. It doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman, just because it says the Queen of Wands, it does not matter. But this person is going to be a real challenge to him. What's the advice for Governor Abbott? You better make up your mind what you're going to do, laddie, because what's at the base of this reading? It feels like it's a bit of a domino effect happening. And at the base of this reading, 9 of Swords, this is not a wish come true card. 9 of Cups, this is not the wish come true card. This is the greedy merchant who doesn't care who he steps on to get the money and power he wants. That is what is at the base of this reading for him. What are the outcomes for him? Oh, the rule of law is going to fall down on him quite heavily from a great height. This is the Emperor. This is the rule of law. Leadership. Expectations. Failure. Hi, Incredible Dot. Oh, thank you so much, Incredible Dot. Oh, sweetheart. Everyone send healing and comforting energy to Incredible Dot to help with her pain. And love. Thank you for such a lovely comment. And knowing that you know, because it's really hard for you to write in the chat. Thank you, sweetheart. That is so sweet of you and such a lovely compliment. You can see me on your 70-inch TV screen. Oh my goodness, you'll be able to see everything there. What Well, I hope it's a pleasant picture for you. And thank you so much. Such a lovely compliment. That come on. Okay, you rest, and then I'm going to ask. I'm sending you incredible dot. You're in Texas, are you? Texas, universal spirit and guide to the highest truth and compassion. Please send dot healing, white healing energy, and positive yellow energy and green comforting energy to help her with her pain. Thank you, Dot. That is such a lovely compliment. So, is Gregory Abbott headed for a downfall? Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott. Oh, he's going to have to start juggling things. He's going to have to start juggling things. Ooh, oh my goodness. Look at this. Things are coming to a head for him. There is a very big, unstoppable, and irreversible change coming for this man. And it is signaling the end of one of a way of being, of a position in the world. It's signaling an end of something for him. I feel like the dominoes. I was just saying before, dominoes, going to be a cause for celebration for a lot of people. So, yeah. What I'm going to do, guys, is do a couple. I can do another reading or so, but I think I might wrap it up. As I said, I'd only been home half an hour. I hadn't had a chance to really unwind. But sitting on the bus, sitting on the train coming home, do a reading, do a live, because there's some big things happening. So it'll be interesting to see what does play out over the next week or so. It will be interesting to see if Trump does end up going to jail for contempt of court. And I don't think they'll tell us, you know. He's been warned repeatedly. Anybody else would be in jail by now. So that's where they're going to have to draw a line. So anyway, my darling, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you've enjoyed the early morning session. And is Putin how unwell is Putin? Let's have a quick look at that. Oh, there's a lot being kept secret about Putin and his health, so that's interesting. Okay, well, again, thank you for joining me. Stay happy, stay strong, stay healthy, stay loving, and above all, my darling, stay laughing. Laughter is one of my favorite words. A child's laughter is one of my favorite sounds. Love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.